My name is Rose, and I just wanted to kind of introduce myself to those that may be following me or come across this video. There are no hashtags on it, so you came across this because of certain things that in the algorithm. So my story is that I just got out of a 10-year relationship with a narcissist. It's a very abusive, toxic narcissist. And when we met 10 years ago, I didn't know what a narcissist was. I had no idea. I'm very empathic, full of empathy and compassion for others. So you see me really involved in my community, a lot of special events, a lot of community, just helping my community. So narcissists are drawn to that. So if you are a victim of narcissistic abuse, it's because you are generally because you're a good person, because can be manipulated, although it sounds awful, it's the truth. And they see the good in you and they want that. So for me, again, the love bombing starts. They loved me. I thought they loved me. But it turns out the whole time they weren't. It was just a facade. It was just a mask that they wore around me so that way they could get whatever they needed from me. And in my case, I owned my home. So he basically lived here rent free for 10 years while he worked. And then when he wasn't working, he lost his job. He still had a place to live and knew I would support him, right? Because that's what empaths do. They help others. People full of compassion want to help others. So that was what he did. And he cheated, he lied, he betrayed, gaslighted me, even became abusive. And so eventually I had to put my foot down and just said, you know what? You promised me on your 50th birthday you would never do this again. And it was over with. And that was it. And he always would tell me, we were always going to be drawn to each other. We were always meant to be together. And no matter what, he always came into my life. I always saw him, even before we got into the serious relationship. When we met about 17 years ago. So we were always connecting. So it really seemed like we were drawn together. So he was right about that. Do I think we're supposed to be together? No, not anymore. Absolutely not. I will never let another man put their hands on me like he put his hands on me. I will never let a man cheat and manipulate and lie to me like he did. There needs to be a level of trust. So he wants to be able to grab my phone and go through my phone, but yet he wants to hide his phone and lock it in his car while he's here. That wasn't okay. And about a week after he left, he was engaged to someone else. So obviously he had been seeing her for a while. She apparently knew about me and knew that he was living with me. And apparently she was okay with that. So you have to remember when you're in these relationships, you don't know what's going on the other side. You don't know what they're doing at work. And in my case, he was obviously sexually involved with another woman, utilizing, I guess her backseat, and I'm assuming his backseat at their work, or they were meeting for lunch, or obviously lunch because I made dinner every day and I made him lunch. So I was always confused because I'm like, I don't understand it. And that's normal. And so a lot of my TikToks and even my YouTube, I have a couple different themes. Most of it's on narcissistic and domestic violence abuse. I am currently in a master's program, a graduate program for social work. I do have a master's degree already in business administration. I have 2 associate's degree, one in human services, one in social work or social sciences, humanities and social sciences. And then I have one in social work. And then I have my bachelor's in business with a minor in human resources and a master's degree in business administration as well. And then I also have a graduate certificate in public policy and planning because I am involved in my community. Like I said, I do a lot of community service. So I just wanted to let you know that if you came across this, it's possible. I do have a lot of videos if you think you might be. I even have videos of some of the phases that we went through in this relationship. So if you want to know what it looks like, I have videos of the discard. I have videos of the different phases. So if you want to see what the devaluing looks like when they're putting you down, I wish I had the video when he told me to just go kill myself because I was better off dead, because I think that really paints a picture of how awful some of these narcissists can be. And I think that's key when it comes to trying to communicate to others in the healing process. Now, it did take me a couple weeks. I was able to get a trauma therapist, which is key to my healing. All of us heal differently, so please don't think it's one size fits all, because all of us had different encounters with the people in our lives to different levels. Mine's very much textbook. I've just from talking to my trauma therapist, as well as you go online, you'll see some people who are diagnosed narcissists that do various healing and conversations, YouTubes and TikToks. They're the same thing. Like, that's textbook narcissism. I'm like, I'm learning. So please know that, there's different degrees. Not everyone is going to be straight textbook, straight going through the process exactly like it says it does. Other people are. Some people are not as manipulative and liars like mine was. It's okay. It's all about your healing. And we all heal differently. We all have different levels of healing and different experiences, which is normal. So just keep that in mind. And I appreciate you stopping by. Definitely watch the videos. If you have stuff to share along the process on what's helped you, let's get engaged. Let's help each other. Let's help each other be strong. We can be stronger together.